The things that really mess up our lives, they don't usually show up with a big warning sign. They're quiet, sneaky even. They're the silent killers, working away behind the scenes, and half the time, we don't even know they're there.
And, the source material we're looking at today just nails it with this metaphor. It's like these habits or termites just eating away at your foundation, your strength, your future, and you only realize there's a problem when the whole thing comes crashing down around you. So that's what we're going to do right now. We are going to drag these 10 saboteurs out into the open. We're going to unmask them one by one. You ready? Let's get into it.
All right, first up. This one is a classic, but I think most of us still fall for it because, well, it often disguises itself as friendship. Let's talk about the energy vampire.
Oh, you know exactly who I'm talking about, don't you? This is that person who only calls when they have a problem. They drain you dry with their drama, but the second you need a shoulder to lean on, poof, they're gone. Suddenly they're so busy.
So what's the move? The source gives this absolutely brilliant piece of advice. You don't need a big, dramatic confrontation. You just disappear, quietly, like Batman. Your energy is your most valuable currency. Stop giving it away for free.
Okay, on to culprit number 2. Now this one isn't another person. This is an enemy that lives inside your own head, and it's an expert at poisoning your ambition before it even gets started.
Ah, yes. The someday trap. That little voice that whispers, "I'll start when I'm totally ready," or "I'm just waiting for the perfect moment." Let me tell you a secret. You will never, ever feel 100% ready. And that perfect time? It doesn't exist. This right here is the antidote. Just start. Do something, anything. Even if it's messy, even if it's not quite right. Because that messy action can be fixed and improved. But you know what you can improve? The thing you never started. And that actually leads us perfectly into our third silent killer, a habit that just lets your personal power leak away drop by drop every single day.
Seriously, just take a second and think about that. Why do you feel this need to write a whole dissertation explaining why you changed jobs or got a new haircut or started a new hobby? Your reasons are valuable. Stop handing them out to people who have zero investment in your life.
Okay, this one is a poison that is practically custom-made for the world we live in today. Comparison. It's so easy, right? Every time you open up social media, you are watching someone else's highlight reel. It's their greatest hits, all perfectly edited and filtered. And comparing their curated perfection to your messy, real, authentic life, that's just a guaranteed recipe for feeling awful. Your journey is your own. Mute, unfollow, and just focus on your own next step. Now, what's so fascinating about this next silent killer is how comfortable it can feel, how weirdly safe it seems. And that's the trap, isn't it? The victim mentality. It's so easy to say, "Oh, nothing ever works out for me." It gets you sympathy. It also means nothing is ever your fault. But here's the thing, you can't live a victorious life if you're constantly casting yourself as the victim. You have a choice. You can stay down and tell sad stories, or you can get up and rewrite the script. Time to unmask number 6. This is a habit that burns an incredible amount of our mental energy for absolutely no payoff. It's the need to win every useless argument. I mean, does it really matter if your uncle is completely wrong about that movie trivia? Just let it go. Every minute you spend arguing with a brick wall is a minute you could have spent building your own empire. Trust me, the person who chooses peace wins every time. All right, our 7th killer is clutter, but probably not the kind you're thinking of. We're not talking about the pile of clothes on your chair. No, we're talking about the noise inside your head, the 57 browser tabs you have open, the constant dings and notifications from your phone, that giant "I'll get to it later" list that's a mile long. All of this chaos sends a constant signal to your brain that your life is out of control. A clear mind makes good decisions. It's time to start decluttering your brain.
You know all that mental clutter? It leads directly to number 8, this illusion that we're living in a constant state of emergency.
Let me be clear, you are not a 24/7 emergency hotline. This belief that you have to answer every email, every text within 30 seconds is a total myth. You can give yourself permission to disconnect. 90% of those urgent things, they work themselves out. Real power isn't about being fast, it's about being in control. Now for number 9. This is a tricky one because it often pretends to be intelligence. It fools us into thinking we're being thoughtful when really we're just completely stuck. That's really the heart of it. Overthinking isn't you being strategic, it's fear putting on a smart person costume. It just traps you in an endless loop of what-ifs. The only way to break the cycle is to start making small decisions quickly. What to have for lunch? Which shirt to wear? Just decide. It builds up that decision-making muscle and pulls you out of your head and back into the world.
And that brings us to our final and maybe the most dangerous culprit of them all.
This is the one. Saying yes when you desperately want to say no. Going to events you dread, spending time with people who drain you, all because you're terrified of letting someone down. Let's call this what it is. It's not kindness, it's self-betrayal. You can't make everyone happy, but you'll absolutely make yourself miserable trying to.
Now, as we wrap up, I want you to really let this final idea from our source sink in. Think about it. A blade becomes powerful and sharp, not by adding more metal, but by grinding away everything that isn't the edge.
And your life? It works on the exact same principle. You don't become stronger by adding more things to your to-do list. You become stronger, sharper, and more effective by carving away the habits that are holding you back. So here's the challenge. Right now, look back at this list of 10 silent killers. Which one are you going to cut out of your life? Not just think about, not work on, but actually eliminate. Because the moment you start removing what's wrong, you finally make space for what's right. And that small change, it can make all the difference in the world.